Greetings. So, fish friends, we made our first fish blunder. I just recorded um, the daily update, and my mic was not plugged in all the way, so the recording of the sound and the audio was very bad. It was very low. You can't hear me talk. So, um, we scrapped that, and I'm making a backup. I'm going to go through what we missed for day two. And then tomorrow we'll have a normal day three. So let's jump right in. Um, so you can see these are the fish that we kept. We still have our greenfish spotness, um, which at the beginning of the video that I just made, this fish was aged 392. So it's aged 10 units over the course of the last, I don't know, 45 minutes. Um, we yesterday we mixed the greenfin and the orange beta fish together. That produces a spined and a new golden beta. So I inverted those. So we have a golden beta fish that's pregnant with a spined. We have a spined that's pregnant with a golden. That one's not. These are not pregnant. Oh, they gave birth. Okay. So I inverted those. So some of these little fish that are floating around um, gave birth or are the new combinations. So hopefully we'll be able to see them hatch either now or probably tomorrow into whatever fish those combinations produce. Um, we had a bunch of fish. I think we sent 9 to the sale tank, and if we actually look at the sale tank, we do have 2 remaining fish that didn't sell. So we'll actually go back to the store to try to sell them. Let's go ahead and do that now. Um, so if we, as our patrons, discover the store for our 2 fish that we have in stock, if we scroll over the sink, you can see we have 26 fish trashed. Now, if you were paying attention to yesterday, that number was 19, which means that when I opened the game up today, I had to trash 7 dead fish. 7 dead fish. Um, One of the things that I noticed in the last video that we had to scrap, I don't remember these 5 items, these potions and elixirs being up here. Um, I would have to go back and look from yesterday's video, but I feel like some were added. And this apple plant down here at the cash register counter, what is that? It's like a big apple with little apples around it. So the turnout so far today has not been real good, as you can see, and we haven't sold a fish. There were a couple new thought bubbles too that we noticed. Um, so if those pop up, I'll point them out again. Car. I don't know why someone is thinking about car showing up, but apparently this man is. So we just kind of have to sit here and wait for the right buyers to want to rescue these 2 remaining fish. Look, they have their wallets out. They're ready to buy. Just scoop up the fish. That person, oh, he's like running. They're both running for coffee. What the hell? Um, yes. Do you have cold brew? Can I get a tall? Actually, make that a venti cold brew, black with. Do you have milk alternatives? Do you have oat milk? All right, just a splash of oat milk and sugar-free pumpkin. I actually ordered almond milk. Get out of here. These people are not happy. Inflation, man. Can't afford a fish in this economy. Another person running off for coffee. This has to be late in the evening. I mean, I guess they could get their decaf, or if they're, want to stay up late. The goldfish pops up again, and whatever that fish is. I know I talked about that yesterday, but I think it's like some type of tiger fish, but we haven't seen that. Um, I'm going to give this like one more minute, and then we're just going to assume that these fish, no one wants these fish. It's Black Shirt Man from yesterday. He's back. Look, he can't decide. I think he's trying to flirt with the girls. Now he's going for coffee. He's chasing that girl to the coffee shop. There he goes. He's like running. $20. Oh, let's get a 10 tip. One way to find the magic is to keep track of every species combination. Duh. Like, that's the point of this game, is to track the fish species. All right, let's get out of here. No one wants these fish. Those are like the two fish. Oh, those are like the two fish that I saw at PetSmart when I was trying to get when I got my third beta fish. So the last thing that we did in the previous video that I scrapped is we went to the supply store, and I was looking at the different items, and one of the things that we want to target soon are the different eggs. So the common fish eggs, I'm assuming, are going to produce fish similar to what we're seeing now. But then once you get to the unusual fish eggs and then the rare fish eggs, which are a bit more pricey, 450 for the unusual and the 1200 for the rare fish, which is a lot. Um, but if you read the tooltip, it says research fish environment before you try to hatch these. And I think that's what we're seeing when some of the fish have their babies that spawn and they're dead right away, which happened again in the previous video. While I was talking, there were dead fish that just spawned. Um, so in order to get the money, because capitalism, we want to prioritize the second tank next, and we had about $390 saved up, so I was thinking tomorrow we could have got it. But I do think that the temperature regulator, which we didn't have as an essential tool for tank one, was a worthwhile purchase, and that was 175. So I went ahead and purchased that. So we have the three main components, the aeration, the temperature regulator, and the cleaning snail for tank two, or for tank one. And I don't know if you have to purchase them again for tank two, but I don't think so. And then we're going to save up. So tomorrow or the next day, depending on what our haul is tomorrow, we'll get the second tank. And then after that, we're going to do the research environment with the double money coming in from extra fish. And then hopefully that'll give us enough that we can get some of these last items. I really want to get some of these plants to help they look nice, but then they also help hatch the eggs or make them more viable. And I really want this pirate ship, but it's 3,500 bucks. And this diver ornament too. I don't think it does anything, but it's cool. Same with the fancy coral. Um, One of the things that we also did in the last video, when we opened it up, there were a couple of fish that had growths and ick. So we used the last of our fungal tonic treatment to heal them. So if we go back to tank 1, they're healthy now, but some of them had ick and growths. So tomorrow or whenever I see them, I'll point them out what that looks like. Um, these little baby fish are not going to hatch or grow, so we're going to see what they are tomorrow. The one last thing I want to point out, the temperature regulator is this little component down here by the shell. But like if you're a fish enthusiast like me, you know that that's wrong. Like that is a total no, that they're just lying to us. This is supposed to be at the top of the tank, and this probe is supposed to descend into the tank to actually heat the tank. Whatever this is, isn't right. Um, so I think they just have a small graphic, and they like whoever designed this doesn't know what this component does. But the temperature probe or the temperature gauge is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to heat the tank, and it's like this big probe that actually goes into the tank from the top. So whatever, it's installed so that fish have proper temperatures in their tank. I think that is all for now. Um, I'll make sure that we don't have the error because there were some funny moments in the last video, but that's okay. Um, we have many, many days ahead of fish, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fun species and things that pop up. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 3, and hopefully we have some good fish. Goodbye.